on board, we have a very experienced person who will be talking to us on building with sustainability in mind. I believe every business owner, our aim is for us to sustain our business so that it can run effectively. And sustainability is one key area that our business and all our businesses need to actually forge ahead and move forward with. So on board we have maybe just a Deki who will be coming up to deliver our training to us and to enlighten us more how we can build and sustain and have the sustainability in our mind. So maybe just a decade is a visionary leader with over a decade of experience in human development, strategic engagement, and diversity consulting. She specializes in driving business growth, fostering sustainability, and promoting gender inclusiveness. As a strategic engagement and diversity consultant, Mabin has led impactful initiatives like climate conferences and large-scale MSME exhibitions, empowering thousands of businesses and expertises leveraging communities, aligning with global sustainability goals, and integrating technology into small businesses, making her an invaluable mentor. So join with me as we welcome Mabin section to gain transformative insights and elevate your entrepreneurial journey. So welcome with me as we bring Mabin Jeseveki on board to share our wealth of experience. So Mabin, you're up. You have the floor. Over to you, Mara.
Yeah, thank you so much, Pedro. Can you all hear me? Yeah, can you all hear and see me? Just maybe an emoji, or you can say yes.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, all right, thank you. So Pedro, yeah, I actually like the way you call my name, Membian. I think I like the funkified way of calling me. But thank you, you tried. I've heard a lot of variations of my name, so it's not strange. But to simplify it for everybody, just think of a man and think of Ben. So just say man Ben. I think that will make much more sense. So sorry, please just give me a sec. Let me respond to this call. Apologies for that. I came for a workshop, and so I just needed to respond to that. Okay, so Pedro, I don't know if you're the host. Is it possible for the participants to have their cameras enabled? If it's not, it's still fine. I just need to know.
Oh, okay. We would actually do that at the end of this your section, so we avoid distractions.
Yeah. Okay. So is it also possible, maybe just in the next 5 minutes, just for a short 2-minute session, and then you can now disable it?
Okay.
Will that work?
Yeah, that will work. Okay. So everybody heard our speaker, and please can you turn on your camera so we can actually see your beautiful faces. So we are waiting. Okay.
Aha. Yes. Oh. So that means I have people, not spirits. I see Emmanuel, I see Chuks, I see Yusuf, Matilda, no problem. It's Friday, so I understand. Even if the background is showing purple, blue, green lights, I know it's Friday. So as far as you are here, it's fine. Okay, so just like Pedro introduced to me, I am a sustainability expert, and I talk more on how you can sustain your business, and also to see how we can sustain our environment, and to also see if your businesses are sustainable. I know you have already worked on your business plans, but first of all, we'll just do a short exercise. So just look around you for any sustainable item, anything that's sustainable, just check around you. And then you just show. So that's why you need to turn on your camera. I have a bottle of water here. And I have this eco-friendly logo on it. So just check for anything. Emmanuel, you have to check, does it have that logo? Is it reusable? Okay, anybody, do you, oh, okay, yeah, I see Edfrica. Matilda, anything? Do you have anything? I can't hear you, you're muted. Yeah, so anyone, does anybody have any item around them that is eco-friendly, any item? So which means, yeah, okay. So which means that, okay. So which means a lot of us have a lot of work to do. Pedro, you can disable the cameras now. So we're done with that. And then just give me a second. Let me share my screen. Only 2,000 naira. I don't know. Mic is on, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, all right, so I would share my screen. Please let me know if you can see my screen.
I can see your screen, okay.
Oh, okay, all right, thank you. So for today, I won't take so much time. I would like this to be very engaging. I might not be able to see your comments, but I would like you to have your notepads or your phones, just jot down your questions. So we'll have enough time to talk about and answer those questions. So when you hear sustainability, what comes to your mind? So now I would like all of us to close our eyes, but if you're driving, please don't close your eyes. I would like us to close our eyes and think of your favorite musical band, either a rock band or your church band or anything. Just think of a band. So your business is that music band. And each instrument that is being used produces sustainable practices. So if it's drums, if it's the guitar, so these instruments represent your department. So if it's a big business where they have different departments, operations, where they have maintenance, the finance department, or even if it's a small sub business that you have your value chain where you get your raw materials, where you process your materials. So, think of all of that as the musical instrument. So your business is the musical band with this instrument. How sustainable, what kind of sound, what kind of music will come out from business? Is it going to be a sweet sound or like an Afrobeat? Or is it going to be my own traditional sound, which nobody will really understand? So I would like you to have a deep thought about this. Where is your business when it comes to sustainability? Now, when you talk about sustainability, a lot of people just think, oh, sustainability, and it's not just to sustain the business. But no, that's not the definition. We need to put it at the back of our mind that sustainability is the ability to meet the needs of the present without compromising the future. So whatever you're doing now, you have to make sure that in the future, where will I be? Is it sustainable enough? Whatever I'm doing, is it going to affect my business positively or negatively? So for this particular session now, this is just a brief agenda of what we're going to talk about. We'll be talking about leveraging communities and mentors. We'll be talking about global business directions, technology and your business, climate change and its impact. Then we also have our discussions, and of course, you can't go without an assignment. So just ensure that you have your notepad, you take notes. I'm going to make this as very simple for everyone to understand. and to also see how I can relate it into different businesses or different scenarios. Okay, I don't know. Can you see my screen? Is it showing a picture?
Yes, I see the screen.
Oh, okay. All right. So I really love this African proverb. You can all see the African proverb, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it says that if you want to go fast, you go alone. You can see the lady with the black top. She's slightly in front of them. So imagine if there's a riot or they're sharing palliatives, and you want to run. She will run faster than the two women who are holding hands. Matilda, do you want to say something?
No, ma.
Oh, okay, all right. I saw your mic was unmuted. So she will run faster. But if they are actually going for something together, if they are going to say, maybe I don't want to use this example, but let's say they are going to fight for their community, they are protesting for something, and if they go as a group, or okay, they are going to go and assess loan, or apply for a loan somewhere. So if they go as a group, that you will go far if you go together. Even if somebody is trying to break their hands and say, oh, I want to pass through, and they're actually standing there as a block, a building block, or a gate, where you can't have access. So holding hands together means that whatever they're going to fight for, whatever they're going to do, means that they will go far with it. So I'm not saying that you can't do things on your own. Yes, you can, but you still need people around you. That's why you see sometimes you can't just do things. You still need your family members. You still need your loved ones. You still need your colleagues. You still need your business partners. So people can apply for loans. That's why you get to see cooperatives get loan quickly than individual, because they know, okay, cooperatives, okay, it's small, everybody will be able to pay, yeah, but just you, a new startup, just you alone, it will take time, it will take a lot of research, it will take a lot of time for the bank to go check your business to see if it's viable. Will they be able to, should they give you the loan? Will their money come back? So it takes a lot. So I just want you to just think about it, that, okay, yes, you're starting, but you're not alone. You're not the only person with that business. And so that's why we're going to talk about the power of communities and mentorship. I want you to know that the value of mentorship and coaching can add to the early stages of any entrepreneur's business, whether you're a startup, even if you just have it as an idea. You need to, or you must, if you don't have it, you must have a community that you will join, or get a mentor that would mentor you, because they have been there before you. And, going through this entrepreneurial journey, they would help you to refine your ideas. They will help you to also define your ideas. They will help you to avoid, those past failures and, mistakes that they've done, and also help you to gain those successes immediately. So you need to, you will always need a mentor. And that is why Edfrica is there, because, they have a pool of mentors, experts that can help you, that can guide you. No matter the kind of business you're going into, there's someone who already has that kind of business. And there are people who have already achieved a lot through the communities they are with, or through the mentors that they have had. And that's why you can see that for community and mentorship, and the entrepreneur's success, it comes from collaborative victories. That's collaborative effort. You can't just do it alone. You need a community to say, oh, okay, I don't know if, let me give this example. Imagine an area that is just developing. Of course, there will be no tarred roads. It might not be motorable. Sometimes you get to see that the community will contribute to get their tarred road fixed. Sometimes you see they contribute, they go to NEPA office, or they want to buy transformer. Yes, unless you're a billionaire in Nigeria, you can actually tar a road, I don't know, maybe how many kilometers, and then also get transformer for the whole area. But of course, a billionaire that deal with dollars, not naira. And also, even if you have the money, it will be a lot of burden for just one person to do that. And that's why you have the community. Where you have insecurity, see the community come together. So no matter what you do, whether it's a business, whether it's wherever you find yourself, being in a community being with a mentor to guide you has great power to define and refine your business. And this will actually align closely with the market needs. So they won't just, oh, okay, you have this idea. Is it viable? Is it a business? Is it a business that, oh, okay, yes, you start, you really gain a lot of profit, or because a lot of people will go into business, it's all about the money, yes. But, is it viable? They will guide you. Sometimes you can have an idea, but at the end, when you have your business plan, you see that all the mentorship, your idea will now be a bit, tweaked a bit. It might not really be what you have in the beginning, but you might actually come out with a very beautiful, innovative idea. And so that's why you see that all of this, I'm not going to mention this for time, they actually give you support, quick access, all this I have mentioned, knowledge and experience, which you're already getting from Edfrica, and also, networking opportunities. A lot of people just say, oh, I'm an introvert, I don't like to work, I don't like to talk. You're in a business, that is why we had the communication session. And you can remember when Emebet said, you need to communicate, you need to talk, you need to know how to sell your market. Let me be like an Igbo woman. Know how to sell your market. For all of this, you need all these people to be there to support you. So now, for me now, basically, let's dive into the sustainability topic. I'll be looking at two major frameworks, which will be environmental sustainability, and also I'll be looking at gender inclusion. So now, okay, so how many of us have heard about SDGs? You can just give me a thumbs up if you've heard about the SDGs, the SDG goals, Sustainable Development Goals. Just a thumbs up. Aha, that's great. I can see. Then, how many of you have heard about MDGs? Remember we had MDGs, and the MDGs were just 8 goals. And after the MDGs, then the adoption of the SDGs was in 2015, which we all know that the SDGs is going to end by 2030. So in the next, let me say, in the next 5.5 years, it should, the SDG goals should be achieved. Now look at all these 17 goals. Do you think that all of these goals have been achieved? Do we all think? So I would say no. Some of the SDG goals have been 50% achieved, some 70, some less than 10, some less than 20. But we have to see that as you are starting your business, or whether you're in a business, ensure that your business aligns with one of the SDGs. If you're saying zero hunger, that means you're talking about agriculture. So you're trying to provide more, crops. You're trying to provide more fruits, more new innovative ways to, have different varieties in the market. If you're talking about no poverty, you're talking about good health. Okay, are you into the health sector? Are you providing new health tech gadgets, or well, I don't know if that will happen, but for cancer patients, if you have this tech gadget, for all those therapies or all those sessions you go to with this gadget, is going to ease those pains, or it's going to reduce, so whatever kind of business, it has to align. It will. Maybe you have never taken note of that, but that can be an assignment for you. It has to align with one of the SDGs. I see Edfrica have been sharing, and they have had a lot of success with MSMEs or entrepreneurs who have gotten grants. They also share a lot of links on, grants applications. And for each organization that is giving you money, if you don't tie your business to one of the SDG goals, because this is like a trick, it's more like you're adding a very good value proposition to your business, because when you tie it down, they'll be like, this person knows what she's doing, or this person knows what he's doing. And so that means even if I give them this loan, I know they will not even think twice. So you need to ensure, okay, what am I doing? Is it more on the industry, innovation and infrastructure? So which of these SDG goals am I actually, tilting towards? So you have to think about that. You have to look at this. So this is just an assignment. You can just do a research later on and just check on this. And now, how many of us have heard about climate change? You can just give me a thumbs up. See, climate change is now the normal phrase that is being used. It's the most used phrase, I would say. You would turn on the television, you hear climate change. You read newspaper, climate change. You turn on the radio, climate change, climate change, climate change, climate change. But the question is, has a lot of awareness been done on climate change? I'll tell you, the answer is no. Yes, I know it's coming up now. But I would say in the urban areas, yeah, some awareness and advocacy have been done, but it's not enough. And we're not even talking about the rural areas where some people don't even know what is climate change. They just know that this year, yeah, the rainfall, they were expecting rain in July, they were expecting rain in March or in April, and everywhere is dry, no water, there's sand, the land has dried up, desertification, like what's happening? Like it's never like that. We all know that for those of us that are in Abuja, we know that Abuja is quite hot. But this year, I don't know, it was on a different level. So talk more of those that in Maiduguri, in those axes in the north where they were having like 40, 40 something. Yeah, we were also having 40 something, but now close to 50. So imagine how the temperature will be, because it was more like, what is this? What's happening? It has never been like this. Now, I'm from Plateau State, and we all know that Jos is called the Little London because it's known for its cold. I'll tell you that in the month of November, December, January, you see people wearing socks, double jackets, head warmer. Some people even carry small blankets and cover themselves and be walking. So it's like a normal thing. We don't even know whether you're a mad woman. We can't even differentiate you from mad people and the normal people, because everybody is just, you can dress anyhow. You're not dressing to impress anybody. And even to shower, even if it's hot water, you'll be thinking of when you are now zipping that jacket, the cold that will enter. So even to shower, it's always like, but things have changed. Just is not it's not even as cold as before. People come and say, I want to experience this cold, but it's more like, so what's happening? What is this climate change? But I'll tell you, climate change is here to stay. But the only thing we can do is we have to find ways to adapt to these climate consequences. So what can we do? How can we mitigate it? How can we adapt? Because climate change is currently affecting businesses. Take a look at this picture right now. You see that it's flooded. So imagine if you're dealing with cement, you're into cement business, and you just bought 30,000 bags of cement and you put in your small warehouse, and then this just happened. That is millions of naira gone. Imagine you deal with frozen food where you need lights, and there was this time that we're doing this band A, band B, whether you're in band A or you're in band C or band F or band Q, So there was this time, and then there was no light for some period, the whole of Nigeria. So imagine how all of this, because they'll tell you, oh, there's no water in the dam, or something has happened, there's no water because of the heat waves, or something like that, and all of this. So we see that climate change is not just affecting, it's just climate change, the weather. No, but it's actually affecting our business. If I'm a farmer, now I can't predict the rain. I can't say, it's going to rain now, because a farmer will have to buy his produce. He will have to buy the fertilizer. He will need to get all his inputs. And then he knows that, okay, by March, I need to start, going to plant my, my seedlings. And so by so months, I will need to harvest. So you already have your crop calendar. But you can't do that again because, okay, you don't even know when rain, because, rain falls in March. But now this is even August, and it just rained once. And you get to see that millions of naira too has gone down on the floor, because you have actually planted in your land, but nothing is actually growing because there's no water. So you have to go and source for water. And we know that when there's this scarcity of water, there are areas, especially in the north, where you have to go and source. You need to walk. You need to go long distance to get water. So imagine you're even struggling to get water for yourself, for your house to cook. Then is it your farm that you want to go and get a bucket of water to water? It's not possible. So in different ways, either through flood, either through drought, in different ways, climate change is affecting our businesses. And we need to find a way to protect ourselves and come together as a community. So you see, the community still plays a hand where you have to, okay, what do we do? How do we do this? And I was watching one video and I saw that, okay, because it's a flood prone area, now they are changing their building structures to mitigate. So they're finding, okay, how will they adapt, since they know that it's a flood prone area and they can't leave that place. They can't migrate to another place. Some could migrate, some don't even have anywhere to go to. So, okay, what will they do now? They can't be building like this. They need to find a way to make longer pillars that even if the rain comes, then their houses will be on top. So they'll find a way to climb, maybe some staircase that can withstand the water and, to climb up there. So you have to come together. You have to think, okay, climate change, how is it affecting my business? Like, okay, I'm into this business, I'm into that business, but, a lot of people just say climate change, but all of this is affecting us. The temperature, the weather, all of that is affecting our businesses. So we need to dig deep and need to look, okay, how can I mitigate this to ensure that I have an enabling business, an enabling environment for my business? And that's when we're going to talk about environmental sustainability. Now, I was listening to the news today. I don't know if some of you have seen it. So the federal government have banned single plastics. So all these takeaways, that those breakable ones, those ones like carton, those breakaways and those breakable takeaways. So the federal government have banned it and said we should use biodegradable products. Now, a lot of people don't even know what biodegradable products are. So biodegradable products are products that are made from natural resources. So there are some certain plants that you can make your plastics or leather from. And then so when you're going to dispose it, it decomposes after 100 days. So I would show you an example. So you see this picture. This is just like a zip bag, a little zip bag. So when you're done with it, you trash it. When it goes outside, maybe you know how you trash it, you trash all your bins outside. After some time under the sun, it changes. And then you see the third picture, it decomposes, and then it now turns to crumbs. So you see, it does not affect our land. You don't, you as a zobo or kunu or, there's all these natural drink seller where you make your zobo in bottles and then when people finish, they just throw it. But you don't know that you're actually affecting the environment. You don't know that, okay, you're also affecting the lives of other animals where, sea animals, you get to see that a lot of sea animals are being extinct. There are some species of animal that you can't see them again because they have eaten all these plastics. And these plastics are made with chemicals. Some of them don't digest. So when they are stuck in their stomach, you see that it creates a problem. And it's not that there are doctors that are inside the water that will go and say, oh, this animal is sick. No. And you get to see that they die. And once they die, you get to see that, oh, certain species of animals are actually being extinct. And so that's why you see now with climate change, a lot is being done with life below water. Trying to see, let's reduce this water, this leather, nylon. Nowadays, I've tried to make it a habit that if I'm going to the supermarket or I'm going anywhere, I have my small tote bag. So if I go, you I finish everything, you calculate, give me my, total, and you want to put it inside leather, I'll say, no, I have my bag. I'll just put everything there. Because at the end, they'll give you 3-4 leather, nylons. When you get home, you remove everything, you arrange it where it's supposed to be. You now squeeze the leather and trash it in the bin. And then they'll still take it outside and trash it. Then you see everywhere. So it's either contributing to blocked gutters where you now have flood, or they will now trash it somewhere where it's not degrading, it's not decomposing, it's just there. So it's even killing the land. It's so I try to make it a habit. And then even if I'm going to the market to buy tomato and all of that, I ensure I have this backup bag. Like, okay, I have to carry my own bag to put 1 or 2 things. So you have to practice all of this. You need to ensure that you have biodegradable products. And that's why for people that are into plastics, like, okay, whatever I'm selling, I put it inside takeaway, ensure you use eco-friendly materials so that you can reduce plastic waste. There are a lot of innovations that are coming up. I've seen what do they call this? Palm leaves, that they make it like a bag, or you wrap some things, I've seen I've also seen bamboo leaves too. They also use that, and also cotton. This the natural cotton, cotton. So when you use those kind of product material, it makes your business unique from your competitor. It gives you a competitive advantage over your business competitor, or the person who whoever the business competitor, whoever is also in the same line with you. So it gives you an edge, because people are now moving towards, okay, eco-friendly products. So you need to think about it. Okay, how do I package my product? And sometimes, you have customers that say, no, you must give me nylon. No, if you don't give me, you want to just buy one pen, but they should put nylon inside. I've seen people make issues out of nylon bags. But, you can also find a way to talk, because, of course, your customer is key. They are the ones that make your business grow. So you need to find innovative ways. What can I use to ensure that my business is using eco-friendly products? If you have not thought about that, I think you should think about it. And then so you can tell your story. What's different? What's unique? How did I start my business? What's so special? If somebody comes to you and say, I like what you're doing. How did you do it? And then it's also a way for you to create awareness. So you need to ensure, because the environment is where your business holds. If you don't take care of your condition for your business to thrive. So you need to ensure whatever you're doing needs sustainable plans. So if you have not done that, you need to sit and think about it. Now let's look at this picture. This is a construction site, and you can see that mostly they are all male. So why I brought this picture is, I met this lady, and her name is Yankat. I met this lady, and why I picked interest in her is because she had interest in construction building. And anytime she goes and she wants to, do, everybody just say, no, you're a lady. Even though, yes, I know we're having engineers, ladies, architects, and all of that. But even if it's, and they'll say, oh, no, you're a lady, you can fetch water, all this mason work, you can fetch water. No, you get to see women just fetch water, or maybe few women, carry this, but always 70% are always men. And she's always getting this now. She's saying, why is it always like, okay, because she enjoys doing it. Yeah, it's not all ladies that can do it. If you're not strong enough, you won't be able to do it. And, God created us to be a bit fragile, but there are some ladies who have that, strength like a man. So, so she enjoys doing that, but she's always being turned down. And so she now decided to go around construction sites, get details of women who were into, the construction. And so she was like, she now had like almost 10 contacts, and she had to be going to pitch to say, oh, okay, can she work for you? Can she work for you? So she got a lot of no. But she finally got a yes, because now you have to look at how can you pitch. And that's why you had the last session, pitching your idea. So she was like, oh, she has a group of 10 women, even though she has not really had any meeting with them. She has a group of 10 women that can, they're into construction. If you want us to come tomorrow, we can start. And then that's when she finally got a yes. And you see that what she has done here is that she has empowered women. Now, when we talk about gender inclusion, a lot of people just say, when they hear gender, they know it's women. Yes, I know in Nigeria or in Africa, all over the world, when you hear gender, it's tilted towards women. But gender is for both men and women. And I'll tell you now that the story is changing, because now the focus is more on women. And we get to hear there are a lot of men that are also suffering from either no, I won't say battering, but there are some men that go through that, but they also suffer those abuses that women have been suffering, where those advocacies that have been going for just women. But we found out that there are a lot of men who are actually facing that. And because the focus has been on women, we've neglected the other sex. And so gender is for both men and women. But you know, when people just say gender is women, no, it's when you say biological sex, you're either a male or a female. Gender is for a man or for a woman. So we need to ensure that whatever we do, we need to ensure that we have the gender lens. We need to be gender sensitive. And so she got that, yes. That's when, she had her own group of women. And then she started going into, climate, started going to innovative designs. Okay, what can she advise you with? When you're building, she'll be like, oh, okay, can you use solar? I heard Matilda is into, I think it's Matilda or someone did a solar pitch, yeah. So, can we put solar? Okay, there is this particular company that compresses plastics to turn to bricks. So instead of using the normal cement, blocks, you can just compress. So they compress those plastic bottles and it's turned into bricks. And, and then we also have crushed bottles that can be turned into tiles. You don't have to buy all those tiles. Tiles are very expensive now. So, they are very innovative ways. So I just want you to know that whatever you're doing, ensure that you're gender sensitive. And I'll give you another example. I went into a perfume store to buy a perfume. And then there was this man that walked in and he perceived some perfume. And then he was like, oh, I like this. This smells so nice. I'm getting this. And then the woman said, Oga, no, this is for women now. Oga, how will you be going for fruity, floral perfume? You're supposed to be going for strong perfume, Oga. And I could see the way the man looked at her, like, for real. And then he walked out. And then, so you see, she has lost a customer just because the man likes nice, fruity, floral perfume does not mean that, oh, he cannot use it because he's a man. There are ladies, I'm sure you've had situations where some ladies pass you and they have sprayed this strong perfume. So there are ladies that like this masculine perfume, this strong woody perfume. So sorry, we're not supposed to use masculine and feminine perfumes because perfumes are perfumes. Who said flowers are just for the ladies? Anybody, if you're a man and you love flowers, yeah, go for it. If that's your signature scent, please just go for it. So you have to ensure that you have gender lens. There are people that, because right now you have lost a customer and maybe he has 2 or 3 customers and maybe he's a perfume freak. Those kind of people that buy perfume every week, they buy 3 or 4 perfumes worth to 200,000, 300, for, those design. She has lost customer. Maybe in 1 month, she has not even gotten a customer like that. So you need to ensure that in whatever business you're doing, ensure that it is gender inclusive, both men, both women, and also ensure that you are contributing to the sustainability of your environment. So whatever you do, ensure that this is also part of your business to empower the other gender. If you're tilting towards women, then empower the other gender. If you're tilting towards men, you empower gender. So technology and your business. A lot of us, when we hear technology, everybody just think about phone. It's not phone. It's not WhatsApp. It's not technology now and all of that. Yeah, technology is the main thing, and I'm sure Edfrica will hammer more on it. Going digital is the in thing now. You can't be into business and say, oh, I don't. You'll still be saying Twitter, while Twitter has changed to X. You'll be saying. Somebody say, oh, I got this from TikTok, and you'll be saying, what's TikTok? So you need to know that technology is what will help your business move to another level. That's why you see we have a lot of AIs, and AIs have helped a lot of businesses to write business proposal. Not that you copy everything, but they just give you like a guide and then you can easily work on it. They have made life easier. So you have AIs, data analytics, they predict trends for you. Sometimes they can just predict, like for some people that used to do crypto and all of that. I'm sure they have like a device or something that predicts, by this month dollar will go up, or this month dollar will go down, or the coins, or all those things. So AI, all those data analysis, it helps to predict. So whatever your business say, should I buy tomato now? Should I store this in my business? Okay. I'm going into these services. Okay, I'm into salon. I give services of haircut or I braid hair. Okay, we know that Easter, Christmas, Salah period, we have more customers because everybody wants to look good, new hair and all of that. So you predict, it gives you, it predicts, you just say, oh, okay, January, people are broke by that month. So what do we do? You find creative ways to, get to, attract your customers. So AI is always there for you. Internet of things too is always there to monitor, efficiencies, to monitor, oh, okay, is my business doing well? Is it not doing well? Is it growing? My profit and all of that. So technology has done that. You don't have to carry book paper to be writing, to be marking. Everything is there to help your business. So, and that's why Edfrica is here for you. And one thing about them I have noticed is that they support you. They do the nitty-gritties, no matter how, even if you don't have an idea, they are there to guide you. That's why you have a lot of experts there. You can just reach out to them. Okay, don't be ashamed. It's your business. If if you don't have the money, you'll be the one going out there to be looking for money. But it's your business. You want your business to be on another level. So go out there and say, oh, please, can you help me do this? You have YouTube. YouTube is the new school too. Oh, can you help me do this? But YouTube cannot mentor you. So that's why you also need Edfrica. Yes, YouTube can show you some ways, but you also need mentors. You need people to guide you, to support you, to show you practical scenarios, and also to see that your business goes in line with the market trends. And so you get to see that here we have a tech entrepreneur who produced or developed a gadget to help the farmers, like an app to help the farmers predict the weather. I say, oh, okay, we're expecting rain in July. That's the normal. Oh, by June, July, it should start raining. But this can actually predict, oh, it's going to start raining by March. So you get to see the farmer start farming or planting his crops by January, February. But what makes his own apps unique? What's the value proposition? He uses satellite data directly, which tries to provide accurate weather forecast. It's not really 100%, but it's close to it. So you see, it has also solved a problem. So whatever you're doing, whatever technology you're using, is it solving a problem? Is it bringing sustainability? Is it helping the environment? So you also need to look at it. You need to ensure that it aligns with the global goals that we have here. And just like I mentioned, I'll be giving you an assignment. And for some of you who have heard about SDGs and climate change, for some of you who are hearing it for the first time, so this is the assignment I'll be giving you. So you can take your notepad or you can take a screenshot. How can your business align with SDGs and adapt to climate change? I'll just give you 30 seconds to 1 minute to take a note, to take this down, because you are going to submit this assignment. So if you haven't thought about it, go back, get your SDG goals, read about it, look at your business. How does it align? And what changes from all that I have said? I tried to summarize because my time has actually gone. But all that I have said, how can you adapt to climate change? It's affecting all of us. What is the unique thing that you're going to do? What unique material are you going to use? Oh, I'm a fashion designer. All those tailors that throw trash, the remaining wrapper or materials on the floor. Pick it. I've seen people use artworks with, all those trash and all those wrappers in pieces. I've seen people make beautiful jackets or skirts. We ladies, we know what we're talking about. I've seen people make beautiful things out of those pieces. I've seen a barber use all those hair cuts to make artwork. I have seen I've seen different creativity. So all those byproducts, all those things that you use to trash, how can you carry it? How can you use it to make something innovative, something very creative out of your business? I've seen where they use banana peels, and sometimes I know they use plantain too. I know after they finish harvesting, they usually burn it, but now they also use it as charcoal. So somebody just said, why would we just throw this? Why would we just waste? Even the coconut bark, like if you are a coconut seller, you break the bark of the coconut, You can make, I've seen beautiful lamps, like light lamps made from the coconut shell. I've seen, you can make it as a, you know, decoration, you put it as a way, you put some things, put some flowers, you know, you put all those, you know, to make your house smell nice, when you put all those scent oils on it, you know, you can just be creative. You can use it as a holder or something. So look at your business, whether your business is just services, you're into training. If you're into training, then your work is to ensure that you create awareness. You create awareness by ensuring that your business is sustainable. And then also you need to look inwards and say, okay, you need to start also at home. So for me, I always use this opportunity to ensure that you educate the people around you so they can know, okay, oh, what I'm doing is really bad. And I'll give you a very funny example. So I was driving one day, and then there was this man that I don't know what he ate. So, okay, yeah, I remember. So he was eating granite, and then he was throwing it out. He was throwing the peels out. And we're just driving side by side because there was a little traffic, so you can't speed. He was throwing it. And then when he finished, he now threw the leather. And then I wonder, I said, Oga, well done. Oh. Now that you have decided to decorate our road, how do you feel? Why did they give you the nylon? The nylon is to put back those peels down. That's why if you have a car and you're sitting inside, you can put all the peels on the foot mat. When you are done, you can pack them. When the leather is empty, pack them and put them inside. What I do is, even if I'm eating anything, is either I put it on the mat, or I just put it in my pocket, or I put it in my bag, even if it's a biscuit wrap, so that when I get home or when I get to wherever there will be a dustbin, I just remove it and I trash it there. But you don't know that, okay, you're affecting somebody somewhere. You're affecting an animal somewhere. So we need to ensure this is being put in mind. And so the instruction of this assignment is sustainable business plan. If you have not done a business plan, I'm sure you guys will have that session. But in that business plan, you need to identify one sustainable development goal that is relevant to your business. The minimum is one. Sometimes you can have 2 to 3 goals that aligns with your business. So you can use more than one, but the minimum is one. You need to find which of these SDGs aligns with your business. And then you develop a plan, yes. And then you also include the strategies that you use to adapt to climate change. No matter how little it is, I'm not saying it should be very big, but just something doable. Just start little baby steps, and then you will now present your plan in the next session. So you need to ensure that you have this maximum, I would say they would communicate to you on when you're going to submit it. So during the next session, you can now present it and let's see, and then we can now work on it and then fine tune it. So we see that, okay, is it viable? Is it okay? Is it good? So I just want to leave you with the last thought, which is to ensure that for a better future, building with sustainability is not a choice, it is a necessity. You cannot just start a business now. I've seen a lot of people that will start business after 2 weeks, 3 weeks, or 1 month. And half of that business now, I don't die. Starting a business is not child's play. It's something, it has a lot of patience. You need to grow it. It's like a baby. You need to nurture it. You need to grow it and ensure that you have sustainability in mind. How can you sustain your business? What difference can I bring, in the future if climate change is going like this, and if our environment is going like this? Oh, we're suffering when it comes to when it comes to cold weather, when it comes to flood. Oh, when it's rainy season, we have extreme flood. When it's dry season, we have drought. It's very dry. So what can I do? How can my business? So you have to make sure that, when there's no water, your business is still there. When there's flood, your business is still there. So you need to put that into perspective. And I want you to know that satisfying the customer while keeping the environment in mind is quite difficult, but it's a crucial step for today. So I know that you need to impress your customers. You have ways of getting your customers, retaining your customers, but you need to also keep in mind that the environmental impact is quite difficult. But yes, yet it's actually a crucial step. And that's why I gave you an example of people that still want nylon. Oh, I want nylon. No. That's why you get to watch all these American movies where you see them with paper cups. They're buying coffee, paper cups. When they're done with the tea or coffee, they just squeeze it. You just squeezable and then throw. But we now, you still want more cup, still want plastic, you still want this, you have to ensure that whatever you're doing, you have to find a way to also talk to them. So I think this is the time that you can ask me questions. I hope I have touched one or two areas that has been very helpful for you today and will be helpful when you're working on your business, plan. So thank you very much. And I'm open for questions, for comments. Because I know my time is almost up. So thank you, everyone.
Okay, thank you very much. That was really, really insightful. The floor is open for questions and answer. Our speaker have said a lot. She has said a lot concerning business, weather, everything. She has said a lot. So please, do you have any question that's pertaining to anything she has discussed? The floor is open, please. Let's ask in the next 5 minutes, about 5 minutes to take questions. So please drop your questions and our speakers are available.
Okay. Hi, Mandian.
Hi.
Thank you very much for a very awesome...
Sorry, I see Edfrica. So I don't know if it's Edfrica or who am I speaking with?
Okay, sorry. I'm actually using the Edfrica as the host.
Yeah.
This is
okay. All right.
Yeah. So just wanted to ask. For me, my line of business is in the line of digital marketing, offering tech services. So one of the things I've done is that if I'm hosting any website online, I go for websites hosting companies that are eco-friendly and that are also mindful of reducing carbon footprint. However, I'm having a particular challenge now in the fact that the hardware component of digital marketing, I'm talking about computers, printers, and all of that. The hardware component of it seems to impact the environment so much, considering the first of all, electricity we consume. We have to use generators as against using solar and all of that. So I don't know. I'm seeing it as being very expensive, and I'm really, really concerned about this. And yes, you talked about how this is another way to attract customers and all. Is there any advice you could maybe give to help me in this area of transitioning now from using petrol and all of that into? Do you have any advice you can give? Because I've seen it as something that is going to break the bank. Really, it's going to be really, really expensive to do. That's why I rather stick with the everyday use of petrol.
Okay, yeah. Thank you, Aaron, for that. So for that, it's in Nigeria. It's very difficult. Not even Nigeria, in Africa, where you say you can't actually do without generator, because solar now is very expensive. It's not everybody that can actually afford that. And I know that there are a lot of companies that are trying to see how they can make all solar available for even just the common man to be able to afford. And what I'll tell you is that unfortunately there are new printers or new let me talk about the printers. There are new printers that do not really consume much. You don't really need generator. So unfortunately you have to buy that and maybe I won't say dump the one you have. Of course, you can use that for something else. There are other ways you can turn your old printer into something. So they are not really here yet. So that's why I said for us, Africa, it still takes a lot. Also, I know that for digital, it's you always need to be online. And then we're in Nigeria, there's no light. We cannot say there's light. You don't have light 247. So yeah, so you need to burn those fuel. But there are new generators now that we have. There are those that just use water. I've seen water. I've also seen a video where they use bicycle to power. So you just have to either get somebody or you. So it's more like keeping fit. You know how to keep fit. So people just use the bicycle, which it's also connected to the. But how much riding will you do to power some gadgets? There are some gadgets that are really big, and you can't really use just one person to be cycling. So a lot of new innovations are really coming in. And for us here, we don't have that yet. It's something that people are really looking into. So I would just say that ensure you use less anything that you have to print out. You have to you need foil, you need paper. I think you need to use less of it. So the previous organization I worked with, it's a rule that you don't even print whatever you're sending. So even if you're going for an activity, a workshop, you send the agenda via mail or via the group. You don't print agendas, you don't even print manuals, unless, but Nigeria, Africa, you still want something that you hold and read and be fooling with pen and biro. So it needs, you need a lot. It's going to take a long time for us to get there because, those organizations, those countries are way, way, way advanced. But for us, I know it's still a gradual process that is still going on. But so it's just for us to find the innovative ways or the new system, because it's not everybody that can it's not everybody that can afford solar. So people fall back to generator, and then you're still, emitting gas into the air, and we're fighting climate change to reduce green gases and all of that. But for now, I think we still have a long way to go, but we can still find a way just to try to reduce the use of the generator for now. And then let's see, maybe before the end of the year, new innovations will come up. Yeah. Or you can even think of something. Just it's something for you to actually think of. Okay, what can I do? What's different? So yeah.
Thank you very much, Mamian. I really appreciate the response.
Okay, thank you. Is there any more question? I think we are out of time. And please, if you have a question, just drop it in the chat box and read it out. And I believe our speaker was really delivered solution or the answer as fast as possible. So please, if you have, just drop it don't drop it in the chat box anymore. So thank you very much for the time. Thank you for breaking how we can actually sustain our business around our environment, taking note of our environment and basic things that will help our business grow and also help our business sustain in this time, in this period. So thank you. I actually don't want to bother your name, but thank you very much. Thank
It's
you for the
fine.
time. Yes, Edfrica, I'm just saying thank you for your time also for actually sharing your wealth of experience with us. Again, we're saying thank you, and I believe we'll enjoy more from you as time comes up. So thank you very much. And Aaron, do you have anything to say? Do you have any announcements or news or something you want to share to the house? Aaron, if you're there.
Okay, yeah. Hello, everyone. Yes, yes, I have a couple of things to say. Just to be clear, Matilda, are you here? I just want to be sure Matilda is in the meeting. Okay, Matilda is not here. Okay, Matilda is here now. All right. So thank you very much, everyone, for staying with us. I mean, we were over 30 when we had the first session, and yeah, today is the last day, and interestingly, I think we are down to the should I call it the last man standing. So thank you very much, everyone, really for staying. You will agree with me that the sessions have been insightful, they've been enlightening. We've got to learn a lot. I know this is just basic business training. We have so many other trainings coming up, so many others. Now, I have a very big good news to share with us. Very, very big good news to share with us. Yeah, our CEO, Mr. Emmanuel Odumusi, out of his benevolence and yes, his heart for entrepreneurial growth, to see entrepreneurs grow, he has decided to make his time available. Yes, he wants to offer a free, absolutely free, one-on-one brainstorming session with every single person that's here right now. Now, see what I'm doing? Right now, I'm taking a screenshot of everybody that is here right now, right? People that participated today, I would also send them emails, right? I'll get your emails, I'll send you emails. Mr. Emmanuel wants to have a one-on-one brainstorming session with every one of you. A one-on-one brainstorming session, we're going to brainstorm what particular challenges are you facing in your business, whatever challenge is. Let's what key things do you, what questions do you have, what areas do you want support on. He's going to offer free brainstorming session, advice. I tell you, if you know, I wish I could get that session. Really, I wish I could get that session. So yeah, that's it. That's it basically. So thank you very much, everyone, once again. Yes, let's not forget to turn in our assignments. And as I stated earlier, I think so far only one person has been consistent in submitting assignments. Matilda, very big kudos to you on that. I want to encourage you to please try turning in this very assignment for this week as well. We will be providing review on all the assignments, and we'll guide you to ensure that you implement them. And don't forget, visit our consultants platform, consultants.edfrica.org. consultants.edfrica.org. Visit our consultant platform. Go and see. We have so many consultants waiting for you to offer business consultancy services in every sector. Do you see a grant you want to apply for? You don't know how to go about it? Yes, there's a consultant that will guide you. You want to do branding? You want to do digital marketing, digital transformation? Name it. We have a consultant waiting. You have, are you facing any legal or regulatory challenges in your business? We have consultants waiting. Yes, and also don't forget to follow us on all our social media platforms at Edfrica. Check us out on all social media platforms: Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. We're all there. And yes, this session will be uploaded on the social media. Thank you very much, everyone, and have a wonderful night. Bye.